This is another question where you fit see for JAMB UTME physics exam question, and the question say if the reflective index of one material na the square root of 2, is it make you find the critical angle. Say na 45, say na 50 degree with 12 radius, say na 56 degree with 25 radius, and this say na 75 degree. Which one you think say be the answer? This na the channel where we dey help you understand physics and every other subject where you dey take for JAMB or any other exam from the scratch. So if you never subscribe for this channel, make you subscribe so that you will get notification of any of our video where we dey post for our channel. Now this question na how you go take solve am. Take note say if you dey sit for physics, now this one na another type of question wey you will see. Now the main question be say here they mention reflective index. Remember, if you dey solve physics, I always dey tell you make you dey think of 3 things. 1, na wetin dem give me. 2, na wetin I dey look for. And 3, na which formula I go take solve am. Now the only thing wey dem give us for this question na they just tell us say the reflective index, we dey write am as RF. Refractive index na the square root of 2, and the smoke will find the critical angle. The critical angle we dey represent am as C. Critical angle C, we no know wetin e be, so na wetin the smoke will find. Now this one dey under refractive index and reflective index, and e dey under the prism. Now if you don't do some practical for this for physics, the thickness of any prism determine the number of light wey go enter inside the prism. Now the critical angle na angle wey dey inversely proportional to the reflective index of any medium wey dey denser. Now we get wetin we dey call dense medium and denser medium. Denser medium na those medium wey dey very thick. Now for a light to enter any strong medium, remember the light go enter. If the light enter like this, e fit reflect like this. So this na the refractive angle wey we dey talk about. So once the angle, this na the angles wey we dey always talk about. One na critical angle and the other one na refractive angle. Now the question now say na wetin be the critical angle if the refractive angle na the square root of 2. Now for all the formula we dey find out say the critical angle dey always dey inversely proportional to the refractive angle. So that means say if the refractive angle, we dey always look am as what? As the critical angle na sine of what? Sine of C wey be this angle. Now if we take am say sine of C dey equal to 1 divided by the refractive angle or the refractive index. That na the refractive index they even give us, maybe the angle. So the critical angle they inversely proportional to the refractive index. So how we can take find the refractive index? You know hard. This one na the sine C go dey equal to 1 divided by root 2. So we'll take the arc sine of C. The value of C could be the arc sine of 1 divided by root 2. Now the arc sine of 1 divided by root 2 will give us weighting. Now how we will take find the value of the arc sine of 1 divided by root 2? Now the value of the arc sine of 1 divided by root 2, remember we use we don't want to use our calculator. Now remember this triangle, this right hand triangle rule they use to find angle. Now one thing they lead to another thing. Here it be 1, here now 1, then here will be root 2, because if we use Pythagoras theorem, with here will be 45, angle 45 degree, here now angle 45 degree, and remember say here angle 90. If you use Pythagoras theorem, you will get the hypotenuse. With this one now we will find the sine of 45. The sine of 45 will be opposite. Remember sine rule na so it will be opposite over hypotenuse. So this will be what? Opposite. Sine of 45 degree go dey equal to opposite over what? Over hypotenuse. That means root what? Root 2. So that means the value of sine 45 9 be what? 9 be 1 over root 2. So that means our C go dey equal to 45 waiting 45 degree. Now make I draw your mind back to another this thing. In case they give you, so make you find any other angle wey no be 45 degree. Now you remember equilateral triangle too. Make I use this opportunity show you this one. Equilateral triangle na triangle wey be say all the sides dey equal. Maybe so. So for that equilateral triangle, if I say this one are 2, this side go also be 2, and this side go also be 2. So if I divide here into 2, here go be 1 1, and here go come become angle 90. So if here na 60, this other one na 60. If I use divide here into 2, because here supposed to be 60, I'll get here to be 30, here go be 30. So if I use Pythagoras theorem, simplify this, I fit get the value of here, and this one will be Pythagoras theorem. You know, say the right angle, the longest side, the hypotenuse, go dey equal to the square of the other two sides. So if this one are x, it will give me x square plus 1 square. The sum of the square of the other two sides is equal to the hypotenuse. That na Pythagoras theorem. So that means our x square now go dey equal to 2 square minus 1 square. So our x square go be equal to 4 minus 1. Our x square go dey equal to 3, and our x go dey equal to the square root of 3. So this one may be wetin we dey look, but we need e dey important make I show you this one. So with this formula now, with this triangle, if you get this triangle for your head, you fit find the value of sine 30. Sine 30, remember say sine na opposite over hypotenuse. So this go be opposite, go be 1 divided by hypotenuse, that 1 over 2. With this triangle now, we fit find the value of sine 60. Sine 60 go give us wetin? Sine 60 is opposite over hypotenuse, that is root 3 divided by 2. So you see, e dey easy. With this, we fit find the value of cos 30. Remember, cos 30 na car, so car, and tang na what? Toa. Adjacent over hypotenuse, the adjacent of 30 na wetin? This na the opposite, this na the adjacent, this na the hypotenuse. So it will give us adjacent, that is root 3 divided by root 2. So you see, sine 30 and cos 30, they get the same value, 0.8660. So if you use this triangle anytime, you no need calculator, you fit get the answer to any sine value wey dem give you for all these special angles. That one don go. So the critical angle for this question, when they give us the reflective index, na what? Na 45 degree, and the right option na 45. So you see, this na the kind of question wey you go see for your exam. When you see this kind of question, make you no waste time, make you just punch your calculator, so long as you know say the critical angle of any denser medium dey inversely proportional to the refractive what? Index. Always put that one for your mind, so that anytime when they tell you anything about refractive index and they say find the critical angle, you go know say both of them dey inversely proportional. That means as the critical angle dey increase, the refractive index dey do wetin? Dey reduce. This na where we go stop for now. If you like this video class, make you no forget to share am with your friend, and may you remember to subscribe to your channel, so that you go dey get update of all this jam stuff until your exam go near. So bye bye, and I will see you watch our next class.